Clark pushing the pace. You know, Iowa loves to play fast. Gets into the paint, the lefty lay, and it's in. Iowa, 7 points quickly in this one. Resetting here, looking to get it to Stolke down low, and she does. Stolke's gonna kick it out to Clark from deep. Knocks it down. Caitlin Clark with her first triple of the season. Molly Davis is checked in for Iowa. Checks in for Goodman. Deep three from Clark, and one! She just makes it look easy out there. As that is a rebound there by Molly Davis. And, you know, we're already seeing that. Goodman and her as Clark shoots it and makes another one. Splashes that one into the paint. Looking to create. Stolke's got a mismatch. Clark will shoot the fade away and knock it down. Stolke has a little bit of positioning down low. Clark, though, the open three, splashes it home. Can't leave her open. Definitely does. Only has 2 turnovers in this game, and those were both in the first. Well, make it 3. Clark gets the steal in the
scoring, but she can rebound and the assists. 2 years ago, she led the country in both scoring and assists. Clark hits the 3. Back out to Caitlin. You got to close that space. High hands. Here comes the hedge by Kitley in the roll. That is twice. On their non-conference schedule as of right now. Their tests would be coming in league play, and there's Clark again. Clark coming off the screen. Steps away from Amor and knocks it down. West Hartford, Connecticut. Clark answers. Nearly 10 million people watching. Maybe we can break that 10 this year. Deep three for an exhibition. It's a great job by DePaul to show up and compete. Clark behind the back, into the lane, left-handed off. Clark, step back, good! Clark again.
If the bigs aren't down the floor in the rim run, if they're even with where she is, as Caitlin Clark gets the crafty 2, gives us the best chance to start and finish the way that we want to. Clark into the chest of Sanchez. Count it. Falter swings to Davis. Back in the hands of Clark with 5 to shoot. The step back is good. Clark through a screen. Clean walk. Unstoppable. Those are the ones.
Hey. Stolke and Clark away with it. Unlimited range for Caitlin Clark, and she goes in tight for 2. Drake has been really good, but no hit from McCauley here. And Clark going one-on-one on the cross. A 13-3 run for Iowa continues. One of the few times tonight Iowa slowed it down in the half court. Clark probing. Off 1 foot. It's pure. Clark was thinking about the logo. And scoops it in at the horn. Has to match the jersey. Does the headband have to? Apparently not.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit confused.
There's Clark. On to 16 points. Well, Marshall passes on the 3. Out for Clark. Money. That was a big part of the message, though, for Iowa was, fighting a little bit of fatigue as Clark looked very...
It's more involved to put them in opportune situations.
Strokes in another one. Statement from Lisa Bluter today. Martin has come out here tonight shooting like Caitlin Clark. There's a 100. We found Dinnebeer on the back end for Drake. Clark wants more. She's got more.
Positions. Iowa with the ball. Here's Clark. Step back for 3. Book it. Caitlin. A 4-point lead against one of the best mid-major programs in the country. But Clark knifes on 3 for 4 from 3 in this quarter. As Clark fades and hits. Make it 2 for 5. Clark silences the critics. To see if they can contain her. As they have been really battling just to keep her off the block. Clark, a 3. The bounces around and falls.
This city, this state.
Caitlin Clark.
And I think it's helped her teammates find more confidence.
Clark and one.
By the logo threes, she is incredibly well controlled off of the bounce. Incredible to see the genuine love that her teammates gave her for that.
Clark will take it to the rim. The other side of half court two. Clark going to take her into the paint, and that drops through for two on the play.
Impressive there, a little bit undersized, but sticking with it.
Caitlin Clark
Down just 15 against a team that averages 90 a game, but there's that right-handed drive. A lot of Caitlin Clark, but now it's Caitlin Clark and company.
Clark determined to find that strike.
Trying to do so for a third time in her career. Clark, a three is good. And Caitlin Clark, who we know can be a serious threat from three. Clark finds a lot of space and connects from downtown.
Who has a great stroke from both outside and then good post moves on the interior.
Clark in the mid-range, sure, plus the pass. Only Patricia Hoskins faster. Here is Clark off the screen, fires and hits.
Kate Martin is an excellent shot blocker, especially for someone of her size.
Clark's jumper is good. Snatched away by Goodman. Here's Marshall with Clark trailing. History in flight, you bet! Caitlin Clark, 3,000 career points from the floor. Scored every Iowa point in the third. Clark surges inside and finishes.
Here's Clark looking for her first points of the game. Down the lane, she gets the layup to go and will head to the line. Season only played in 5 games then. Only played 3 minutes in that outing yesterday. There goes Clark inside for 2. Take tough shots. Don't give her any open looks. So far, they've mostly been able to do that. Although Clark finds space in a heartbeat. Switch on Clark. 3 to shoot for a falter. Clark will heave it and drop it from way downtown. Kansas State loss, her scoring has skyrocketed, and they've gone undefeated 6-0 since. Look at Caitlin Clark split everybody on the floor for the layup.
Very well aware of it. You have someone on the bench that's keeping track of things like that.
Caitlin Clark creates her own rhythm offensively. McCabe, a former Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year. Here's Clark from deep. Clark from deep. Bang!
To a capital. Caitlin Clark quickly getting a look and knocking down the first 3 she sees. A lot of confidence. 9 straight wins. Clark finds herself open and her second 3 tonight.
Clark caught the ball with
Ducks. Clark perfectly in rhythm. She's got it. Clark in transition. Yes. Up in the first half. Bringing intensity here is Clark working her way in the
eye on her pocket. It's a nice finish on the fadeaway.
Clark, quick trigger. Way in. Cleveland State has not been able to finish inside. Clark, transition 3. Yes.
Parents go to almost every single game. She's only 2 hours away in Iowa City at college. It's a real homecoming game for her, though. 3 double figures. A Purdue type of player. Oh, my goodness.
Clark adds another 3. That's 7. 87 points. And Clark will add more.
Looking around, has Clark on the far side. Clark pulls up from 3. Bang! Caitlin Clark from downtown.
And that's the first of probably quite a few we'll see tonight. And talking to a little bit with Raina Harmon, you don't want to give open threes, but you're okay with contested threes. Let Loyola make those mistakes their own. If they're scared to go Stolke and Tannen, so that's going to be another thing to watch. We see them try to get Tannen involved early as Stolke was able to provide power.
Wide open 3 for Caitlin Clark. Knight behind the back. Caitlin Clark for 3. Bingo! 3.5 to go in this one. Clark gets around the defense, into the paint, up and up the glass and in.
More than 25 points in that winning streak apiece.
Yeah, both coming off the holiday break, but bringing so much momentum into this game.
Clark's got her second layup of the day.
They know they have a lot to deal with the environment, with the style of play that Iowa has, and just trying to get adjusted.
Caitlin Clark connects from deep. Her first three-pointer of the day.
The pressure on this Minnesota defense.
Clark will fire. Caitlin Clark. Clark's already in double figures today. Spinning in the paint. Gets the roll and one.
But good hustle plays.
Clark with the step back three. Clark will fire from deep. That's her fourth three-pointer. And some scoring from Hart and Gracholski, which they didn't get enough of in the first half. Caitlin Clark, another three-pointer. She's got 5. Has to flex out. Clark has it. A logo three for the Unicorn!
You know, if you just tune in for the logo threes, that's a pretty special thing, but it's all the things that she does.
Lead for the Hawkeyes. Sold out crowd once again here at Carver Hawkeye. Clark creating space and scoring. Caitlin Clark's 8th three-pointer today. The ball kept alive. Another feed inside and Stuckey finishes. Clark's 8th assist. And the Big Ten all-time assist record is hers and hers alone.
Big defensive play by Falter. Sets up the Iowa offense. Nice pass from Clark. That's what they do. Wow.
Clark's one of those players that you just have to let her, as you see her with the steal right here.
Cookies.
She's the type of player that you have to understand. We're able to eventually get a shot, but they have to attack the gaps.
Caitlin, it's her time. Cashes in. Tate on Clark. High arcing. On the follow-through. This is where Iowa likes to play. Clark. Yes. Just like that. Back and forth we go. Clark was outside. Now she's inside. Bodies all tangled. 24. They go back to her. 5 threes on the evening.
With the angles that they're coming off right now.
Clark has Joyner on her. She takes it to her through the contact. Caitlin Clark can play off the ball. There she goes, left side. Come on, Caitlin.
That's who it's going to.
Anticipation here. Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball? Up in time, Clark for the win. She does it time and time again, the 40-piece, and walks off with the W.
4th double-double of the season. Caitlin Clark finally drills a three. Clark just leading the game. What a find! Clark got into the paint, used the body.
Stay nice and big down low and create those opportunities.
Now look, you're down 25 coming out of the locker room, you know.
Keeping her balance.
Back to Clark. Triggered the inbound. Off of Destiny Adams, who has only taken 3 triples all year. Clark got around. The foul on Herder. They'll count the bucket.
It's going to be massive for the Hawkeyes for spreading the floor, having multiple people step up. Job getting into the paint to create.
Again? Yes! Of course, 2 for 2 from the outside for Clark. And here's Clark. Transition, money time.
He's an insane golfer.
Make it 3 threes, Kim.
Cece is feeling good early here in West Lafayette.
Clark puts it up. Just needed a second chance.
We've seen a couple where they forgot about her. That time they didn't.
Goal percentages actually go up. Clark tried to of Hawkeyes offense.
Now Clark putting it on the deck, splits the defense and gets his first field goal of the night. Scored that bucket on a nice look from Mackenzie Holmes. Clark spinning and banks it down. Clark. Step back three again. Curry. 6 seconds. Here comes Clark. Got free. Up. Pure. Caitlin Clark. Clark. Head shoulder. Trying to find that shot.
You got the extra details.
The golden doodle.
Decision in that post.
She also loves watching Asia Wilson play.
Oh, behind the back and Brady connects. Gets some dimes already.
Trouble with their bigs. Keep throwing it inside.
Clark. She gets it in the goal. That was the 11th turnover by the Badgers logo. Yes!
Likes to run, so transition defense has to be a key, but you can't try to play to that. There's a dramatic punt. Getting yourself to the basket, staying available from three.
Step back. Drains it. Well, no one's there. That's a look from her. 6 threes from Caitlin Clark. Not a reflection of whether we got better. Clark running to the basketball. Through all the defense, and she puts it in. 32 points. Looked for it. She has yet to score in this game. She loves this move. Right to the left for a three. She got it. Yeah. To move this offense for Ohio State out.
Especially when your 5 player is one of your best three-point shooters.
Again!
Oh, man.
There because she...
And that's what the zone opens up.
You have to recognize some of the weak points in the zone. Caitlin Clark getting to the basket at will these last few times. And to stay in through it. The handoff to Clark. She's eyeing it. Puts it in.
Off of your defense. Get out and run.
There's so much opportunity in transition. Caitlin Clark needs no space.
Caitlin Clark understanding how she's growing the game. She talks about it all the time. Her popularity is through the roof. And another shot to boot.
Iowa has a chance to take the lead back. Caitlin Clark does.
Your passes. Fake a pass to make a pass.
Caitlin gets underneath, flips it up. 3-point game. A couple minutes have gone by in this overtime. Clark has gotten her way to the rim time and time again this afternoon.
Well, both Markowski and Stolke went to the floor hard on that play. Clark rifling the pass to her. Crowd gets quiet to give them a chance to run their last offense. Clark through a couple defenders. Another 3 falls for the National Player of the Year candidate. Everybody is on, and that's hard to do. Clark draining a 3, her 3rd today. Markowski, and she's trying to pull her out away from the basket. Caitlin Clark dials up another 3. She's got 2 to shoot for Clark. She'll need the heroics here. And does it. Is anyone surprised? Clark goes the other way. Won't be denied.
Clark, step back. She's comfortable already. Caitlin, and she has officially moved on up. Guess who else was looking at her? Tara Vanderveer, Stanford. Meantime, Clark, quickly.
Iowa, they play so fast. At times, teams think they can run with them as well. But I mean, Caitlin Clark just took...
Block, and the bucket. Just hauled down by Fierbach. Doesn't work on the outside. What? Inside.
It's a women's basketball in attendance.
That last bucket by Caitlin Clark got her over the hump to 30. Make it 33 points.
Not one, but 2 WNBA championships.
Clark putting on a clinic there. Oh, 35. On the floor going right. Get inside the 3-point line. You can't let her have that space.
Caitlin Clark has a moment. This team finally gets married. bounces. Clark from the logo. And knocks it down. Pick and roll. Clark thinking about it. Lets it fly. Caitlin Clark. Behind the back. On the spin. To the head. And the end. Mark. Her roommate. Clark pop fake. Runs ass. And blows it.
It's a mismatch on that block. She's going to let it go. There's Caitlin Clark. E1G logo. That's the basket line, and that's where Iowa has placed their defense. Clark goes to the hole that time and put your foot on that baseline and turn her back out or make her shoot a walled-up shot. Clark with a tough three. Coming into this game, she was 0 for 5. And there's a big three-pointer.
Leads the Big Ten and leads the nation. They also lead the nation as Clark puts it off the glass and the foul.
With the dribble drive, straight line drives to the rim, and put pressure on the rotation. Clark for 3!
Western just over a week ago surpassed 1,500 career points as Clark knocks one down.
Payne and reverse pivoting to find a talented freshman.
Clark to the bucket, 2 and a foul. How about that?
Oh my.
They have fun, yeah. They can talk a little too. Bounce pass from Clark and a beautiful thread through.
Iowa has to locate and box out.
Caitlin Clark drills a 3 out of nowhere sometimes.
This is a good excuse to miss school.
Absolutely. To see your sister do that. 6 points away.
Shoot over people without them being able to contest.
Dennis don't keep posting up, but you know who they go to. 22 from the outside. Marshall, here comes Clark. How will she go for history? The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball. Rebound. Clark trying to go for more. Yes! And Clark loves these situations. She times them out, sets her feet, catch!
Cameron Williams is coming off a massive game for Michigan. She was 23 points, 3 rebounds.
Again! Stop it! I use a calculator sometimes. That's 4.5 games. Keep it coming.
Somehow finding her balance.
It's up. It's good. Put this into perspective and shout out her teammates as she goes for a 30-piece.
But it's made a world of difference. And talking to different Big Ten coaches, they have all said Iowa has improved drastically defensively.
8 threes. Clark has Woodson on her. Little step back and goes right back to the cup hole.
And Boostie's signature win against Ohio State earlier this season.
A new career high. Clark, her first step back of the evening. It's good.
Just a really good Swiss Army knife for Lisa Bluder.
Clark already has 7, make it 9. Tough one off the glass.
Kinsey Holmes is famous for.
Deep one for Clark. Silence.
I don't know if you want to make her mad.
Clark off the screen. Yes. Clark quickly. They go to Clark. She goes quickly.
Man, shooters, especially Caitlin Clark. Cook trying to stand her ground, gets a hand in the face. It did not matter.
And a straight line drive right to the rim. Strong guard.
Clark sets her feet. Yes. Lindsay weaving. And Clark retrieving. And dropping the dime. Working it around the perimeter, back in the hands of Clark. It's been Mackenzie getting the lion's share of the assignment today. And it doesn't matter how close someone's in her face.
Carver Hawkeye wanted to travel there. A little bit of a hop step.
Clark back to back.
Be young to be able to take that hit and get right back up.
Caitlin Clark rattles. Her defender and Dolan gets some space. That is too tough to stop.
It's a maroon out here on senior day for Minnesota. Wearing a home white with maroon and gold. And that's the first three of the night for Caitlin Clark. Clark racing everybody down the floor, and one opportunity for number 22. So Minnesota's going to have to avoid drought. So far struggling here. From the logo, ladies and gentlemen. The Gophers on the board. Clark again. Somebody is in her bag. Like somebody's trying to prove something tonight. And lights it up. That's a good shot out of the timeout. Just trying to keep this thing close early here. Clark responding beautifully. Being a turnover. Clark whipping it down low. Molly Davis all alone. Davis getting it to Clark. That's another three-point basket for Caitlin Clark, her fifth of the... They're one true freshman, and oh, what a beautiful pass. Marshall with the finish. Nehemiah Holloway picking up that personal foul. It's her third, so she will take a seat. Clark, triple, splash. Clark's deceptively... Clark, the hezzy, and finish at the rim. She's got 28. The triple try, and Clark has done it. The triple-double is true. She's got 2 in a row, 6 on the season, and another bucket. It's a 30-piece.
Texas, then last two at Duke, and she's been an important factor this last month for Ohio State.
Clark, quick release. Clark is 12 shooting. Clark, quick release jumper. She's 12 away. So, Coach McGuff met his wife, Letitia, who was playing there. Right now, it's Caitlin Clark with another jumper.
Those shots with you there, I would look at your zone, and Ohio State starting to do what they do best, generating offense out of their defense.
Clark can drive downtown. For the record, she ties it with that one. This for college basketball history. She does it on a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer. They swing it. Clark, step back straight away. She's got 21. She needs it. Taking on this young lady, Caitlin Clark, off the dribble to the hole. Both teams tight. Spin. Clark.
Into on Clark. A long two, and that's her first bucket. Glue of the team, the mother hen as they've called her. Caitlin Clark hits the three-pointer. Batted around, and the Hawkeyes have it. Look at Clark creating offense. Clark again.
3 days in a row.
Poked away by Brett. Getting the assignment on Clark. Deep three. Rattles through. That's number 1 for Clark.
Like, hang out, watch a movie, you know.
Clark read it all the way. Iowa with it again. Clark sprinting. Clark finishing.
Isn't it up in the scoring column?
Of course, she's biased. Lisa Bluter saying she's my 6th player of the year. Clark, logo, yes! Clark, the dish, and Ediger on the receiving end.
Into the semifinals. Huge win over Ohio State already this season. But it's hard when things don't go the way you want them to in this game.
Caitlin Clark starting off the 4th quarter with a bucket in the...
So balanced when it comes to who can score and where they can score.
And Caitlin Clark can score anytime. By Lauren Hansen. Wolverines get it taken away again, and Clark lays it in.
I knew coming to Nebraska that for me to get minutes, I have to rebound. There's Caitlin Clark's first points. Took her 7 shots to do it. Clark's got 6 assists. Will penetrate that time. Her 2nd field goal to attempt shooting. 2 for 13 from the field. She steps it back from about 15 out.
See, that's what Iowa does when they do it well. They defend and at least offense.
Clark steps it back. Three-pointer number 1. A little bit out of rhythm here today. The give and go. Clark gives Iowa its first lead since the first quarter. Each team winning on its home court in the regular season. Clark off balance. Nothing but net. That's what Coach Williams said she wanted to do. Clark right side. She's found success. She lost in the quarters. These are the two teams who have survived. The 2 and the 5. Clark from straight away.
And they need to play with a sense of urgency here. And they need a bucket.
So they go Clark's way. She can deliver. Iowa trailing by 2. Clark crosses it over against Shelley. Shoulder shake. Clark all the way left side. We're tied up at 77. Clark looking for it. Steps it back. It's a 3 on the way.